Welcome everyone to tonight's meeting of the Burlington City Council. Today is Tuesday, January 7th, 2020. We would like to take a moment to ask everyone to please silence all electronic devices. For tonight's invocation, we call on Councilmember Bob Ward.
Let us pray. As we begin the new year 2020 and a new decade, we ask for your presence as we reflect on our past and for your guidance as we prepare to meet the future needs of our city. We are thankful for our city staff for their commitment to and dedication in serving our citizens. We are grateful for our citizens for their contributions and support in our collective efforts devoted to improving the life of our city. As we are again reminded and remain grateful for the many freedoms of our democracy, we ask for your direction on how to equitably and effectively meet our responsibilities to our community. As we deliberate this evening and make decisions for our city, we ask that our actions be according to your will. We ask all these things in your name. Amen.
This time we recognize our interim city clerk, Beverly Smith.
Members of council, it is my responsibility to remind you to avoid conflicts of interest. I ask if there are any potential conflicts concerning tonight's agenda items.
I have one and I'm going to ask to be recused. So, you're going to do that up front and there?
Yeah, if you would mention which one you'd like to be recused.
It's the one about because they're going to have to add it to the agenda, then it's going to be on the consent agenda. So I'll ask to be recused from item F. And that's the interlocal agreement for emergency dispatch and communication services.
Would it be your preference to keep it separate from the consent agenda so you can vote on the other items?
Whatever the pleasure of the council is, they kind of do so.
All right. All right.
Go ahead and make a motion now, if you
To recuse Councilmember Ward from item F.
like. That item.
If I could hear a motion.
I make a motion to recuse Councilmember Ward from item F, the addition to the consent agenda.
Second.
All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Councilmember Ward is recused from item F when we get to it on our agenda. Before we proceed on approvals, I do want to mention we have some special guests in the audience this evening. It's my understanding that we have some folks from the Leadership Alamance, the 30th year class. So y'all wouldn't mind standing and introducing yourself briefly?
My name is Chuck Rolls. I work with Park Avenue Finishing.
Excellent.
Alan Johnson, I work with a little company called LabCorp right down the road.
Kim Bible, I work with Burlington Police Department. Diana Wilson, I work at Alamance Regional Com-Health.
Amy Richardson with Alex Burlington School System.
Oh, Rochelle Ford from Elon University.
Eleanor Finger from Elon. Good evening.
Brandon Holt, I work right here in the field.
Well, welcome.
We got some high school basketball team tonight out of this group. Let me say, in the back room, I was mentioned, and there was reference made about this class probably not being able to size up to previous classes. Which members of the council had said they'd been on. I'm not going to mention the names of those two individuals, though.
I say you're in good company, including Councilmember Butler, who was in the first class.
Everybody says they're in the best class, but nobody else can say they're in the oldest class.
So, well, welcome. Thank you all for choosing our city council for your visit. All right, next we have our approval of minutes. We have minutes from November 5th, 2019 city council meeting. Do I hear a motion to approve those minutes?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. All those opposed? Minutes have been approved. We'd have an add-on to the consent agenda. As mentioned previously, we can add this on separately. Do I hear a motion to add this as new business?
I make a motion that we add item F, interlocal agreement for emergency dispatch and communication services to the consent agenda as a separate item.
As a separate item? All right. Do I hear a second to that?
Second.
All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Item F has been added to the consent agenda as a separate item. Before council is the agenda, including the additional item F. Do I hear a motion to approve that agenda?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Agenda has been adopted. Next is our consent agenda. These items are typically non-controversial. If anyone has any questions, please let us know. Item A, to adopt an ordinance amending Burlington City Code of Ordinances pertaining to Chapter 36, Traffic Section 36-197, regarding members, reducing the size of the Traffic Commission from 9 members to 7 members. Item B, to adopt a resolution and approve an agreement between the City of Burlington and the Town of Chapel Hill authorizing the acceptance of surplus fire equipment consisting of 1 foam firefighting trailer. Item C, to approve waiving bulk collection fees for a period of March 2nd, 2020 through May 1st, 2020. Item D, to award a contract to Riley Paving, Inc. and approve Budget Amendment 2020-17 Street Resurfacing Capital Project Ordinance. And item E, to award a contract to Dellinger, Inc. and approve Budget Amendment 2020-18 J.D. McIntosh Treatment Process Capital Project Ordinance for the conversion from chlorine gas to liquid sodium hypochlorite as the primary disinfectant at the J.D. McIntosh Water Treatment Plant. Do I hear a motion to approve those items from the consent agenda?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. All those opposed? Motion has passed. Item F from the consent agenda, Councilmember Ward is recused from this item to approve an interlocal agreement between the City of Burlington and the City of Graham for emergency dispatch and communication services, and allow the city manager to execute the agreement upon meeting final approval from the city attorney. Do I hear a motion to approve item F?
Make a motion.
Move we approve item F.
I'll second.
All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. All those opposed? Motion is passed. That concludes our consent agenda items. We have 2 items of new business this evening. Item 1, City Council will consider temporarily closing Front Street to Worth Street during the Burlington Junior Women's Club 9th Annual 5K fundraising event on Saturday, April 4th, 2020, from 6 a.m. until 11 a.m., conditional upon meeting all requirements of the City of Burlington's special event permit application process. At this moment, we recognize Kara McCollum, event coordinator for the Burlington Junior Women's Club. Welcome.
Welcome. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate your time. I'm just requesting approval of that for our 9th annual Tata Trot for fundraiser for the community.
Any questions from council regarding this item? Do I hear a motion to approve the street closures?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. All those opposed? Motion is passed. Thank you. Next on the agenda, we have item 2, City Council will consider temporarily closing the following streets during the 49th Annual Alamance Regional Antique Automobile Club of America Car Show on Saturday, May 16th, 2020, from 6:30 a.m. until 4 p.m., conditional upon meeting all requirements of the City of Burlington's special event permit application process. The details of those street closings are spelled out in your agenda. At this time, we recognize John Cox. Welcome back.
Seems like it's every year, isn't it?
All 49 of them, yeah.
This is the 49th, I think it's the 20th at the depot. People want to know what an antique car is. Now it's 1994 and earlier. So if you got a car that's 1994 and earlier, come to the car club and you'll get a plaque. I think we've met all the requirements for the special events permit. We got that in early. I'm pretty familiar with it. I haven't had any calls saying it's wrong. We do have the insurance application with that. And I guess I should mention that we work with LabCorp in their parking lot, their attorneys, and they are also on that insurance policy, so it's all covered. Any questions?
Very good. Any questions from council? I mentioned y'all have done a great job every year. It's fun to come down and see all the folks coming into downtown Burlington.
It's getting better and better. We had 130 cars last year, so if that's 2 per car, that's 260 plus attendance of people that come naturally to see the cars. So I think we do pretty good, and of course, it's gotten better and better down there.
That's good.
Who has the weather this year?
Well, I don't know who we'll give that to. Probably Floyd, you know. He's always
Floyd will be
yeah. He's the most experienced in that.
Yes, that period.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, do I hear a motion from council to approve this item?
Make a motion, we approve the item.
Go ahead.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. All those opposed? Motion has passed. Thank you, John. Appreciate it. All right, that concludes our regular agenda. We do have 2 folks signed up for public comment this evening. I reiterate, folks will have 5 minutes to address council. No reply is expected of council. First on our list is Diana Lester. Welcome.
Hi, thanks for having me here. I last spoke with you in October, on October 15th, about my concerns with flooding in my home. I then attended the work session in November where this topic was discussed, and there was a goal that was created to have a proposal in for January to alleviate the crisis that my family is in, with water coming into my home, mold affecting the health of my family. And the Stormwater Division, I found out, has not been able to meet that goal because of conflicts with the engineer and the appraisal that they were working with, some scheduling conflict and health issues with their family, which I understand and can have, certainly can have grace for. But I feel like I need to let you know where my family is right now. Since I attended that work session in November, I had to be admitted to the hospital for a 5-day stay where I was treated for mold exposure. I was treated for persistent pneumonia, and my body had actually gone into sepsis, where my blood actually had an infection because my body had been fighting this for so long and fighting it so hard. The day that I was discharged from the hospital, I was told that I absolutely should not return to my home. I could not live there anymore because it was destroying my health. Since then, I have moved in with my mom. I'm beyond grateful to have that available to me. My family has moved into my mom's home. She lives in a small single wide. I'm living there now with my mom, my husband, and my 2 kids. My 2 kids are sleeping on the floor. And like I said, we are beyond grateful to have that. If it were not for my mom, we would have nowhere else to go. We would be homeless. She lives in Caswell County. My husband and I are driving my son to school every day, driving him home from school every day. It's a 25-minute drive. And my son started showing symptoms of asthma, which he had not had asthma before, but he started showing symptoms of asthma. I can't go into my home at all anymore. It's gotten to the point now where my asthma had gotten so bad that now, today, if I go into my home, within 2 minutes, I'm starting to have symptoms of asthma. I'm starting to cough badly. My lungs, my airways are starting to close up because my house has gotten so bad, and my asthma specifically has gotten so bad. I do understand extenuating circumstances. I need to make sure that this issue is going to remain a priority. I would like to know what the current goal is for when a resolution may be seen. And I am dedicated to this because I know that this is the one most important thing that I can do for the well-being of my family. And I need to know that it's a priority for you too. And I know from responses that I received before from the city council that you can see the situation we're in, and that I feel like I have your heart, but I need to know that this is not gonna be forgotten. So I'm here.
Thank you, Diana. I believe Hardin can stay in touch with you with the exact details of the schedule of events, because we did have an additional work session discussion just the other month. So, okay.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Next on our public comment, Barbara Enoch Day. Welcome.
Well, thank you. First of all, Happy New Year to the city council and the city officials. I haven't been here since November 5th. I was traveling. Congratulations to you on your new term. And Miss Kathy, please accept my condolences on the loss of your spouse. So on November the 5th, I was here, and I brought up two issues. And because I haven't been here, I don't know, no one contacted me. One was the light at Dudley Street, and I think I remember you saying that it's a state road, and I'm not sure where we went with that issue. And the second one was the Times News article where they listed 19 unsolved murders in Alamance County, which includes city of Burlington, and I raised a concern about the murder of Leon Medman. So is there any update on that, those two items?
Staff can provide you with updates. Yeah.
The single part is going to be through NCDOT. Check out the division office, and we can check back with them. I can do that.
Okay.
But they have been requested to look at that.
All right, what's your name again?
Mike Nunn, I'm the Director of Transportation.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
So my new issue is Hatch and Hall Avenue. There's some flooding there. It's been there. We have city vehicles that come through there. We have, I'm sure, the police that comes through there. Has anyone ever reported that? With the flooding?
I missed the first part. You said.
It's Hatch.
I missed the Hatch.
Hatch and Hall Avenue.
Okay, thank you.
It's a haven for mosquitoes. We get warm days, and it's a haven. It looks like it's a drainage problem, because tonight I intentionally came out from Ray Street down Hatch to turn up on Hall, and I looked over at each corner, and it didn't seem like I saw a drain there. But I would like for someone to look into that, because if I'm coming in, this is just a joke, but it's true. If I'm coming through there, and I kind of do a back way to get to my house off of Church Street, go up Trade and, on up and make a right onto Hall. But if I'm coming on and I'm driving a clean vehicle, then I cut off on Green Street. Just a joke. Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll take a look at that.
Okay, please.
All right, so that concludes our public comment. Do I hear any council comments this evening?
I did want to mention something. I got an email that talked about the year-end results for Burlington Connected. And there were 11,430 requests to the Burlington Connected with a 98% completion rate. And I just want to thank all of the people in the city who were a part of meeting that completion rate. It's pretty admirable. Exceptional, remarkable, actually. And I also want to thank the city for their attendance to me during my recent bereavement. Everyone was very kind and showed up and sent flowers and brought food and things like that, and I'm very grateful.
Any other council comments this evening?
I want to reemphasize what Kathy was talking about, that report on Connect Burlington. That's a program that's been ongoing for about 7 or 8 years. It's evolved. That kind of reaction to this number of complaints, that's pretty special. And I got to admit, that's come a long way. And secondly, I'm going to mention something that for some of us who's been involved with golf throughout our career, we don't get many compliments. But I was stopped at a grocery store a few days ago by 2 people who just raved about the new management of the Indian Valley Golf Course. This particular individual had been a lifetime member And when I mean by lifetime member, I mean he was there before we bought the golf course, which not a lot of those guys liked us if we bought the golf course. But to whoever was involved in bringing this gentleman in, I know it's a temporary basis, but he's evidently done a heck of a job. So hats off to whoever it was.
His name's Fred Ireland, and he has done a wonderful job. He was a part-time employee of ours before he became the interim manager, but he's done a great job for us since September.
Since we are talking about Burlington Connected, I appreciate y'all bringing that up. It is something where I think our staff really is deserving of some significant credit. I hear multiple times from citizens who, when they report something through there, see action taken on it within a matter of a couple days. We've got some great employees who, when empowered, are able to do some good things for our community. And so I encourage folks, if you don't already have the app on your phone, or if you don't have it programmed in a speed dial on your phone, or check out the website. I prefer the app because you can see live tracking updates. And some of the questions that were raised tonight about what's the status of this, when it gets put into Burlington Connected, you can see who's assigned to it and where it is in process rather than always having to check back in. So the city's really stood behind transparency in that system and helping work with citizens, and I think we can all be very proud of Burlington Connected. So folks, sign up for that app. It's a great way to help make our community better every single day. Any other council comments?
The young lady who coordinates that now is
Amanda Lloyd.
Amanda Lloyd.
Yeah.
She's done a heck of a job.
Yeah. All right. Do I hear a motion to adjourn? All those in favor, please say aye. All those opposed? City Council is adjourned. Thank you, everyone.